What's up everybody, this is Mike. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Osmo Action. Once again, I know I'm making a lot of videos on the Osmo Action, but I'm really excited about this camera. And one of the most requested features, or one of the most requested topics that you were interested in when I asked you on Instagram, was the night footage of the Osmo Action. Many of you wanted to compare the Osmo Action to the GoPro Hero 7 Black. Unfortunately, I don't have a GoPro, but I decided that I should be making a night test regardless, so I can show you what the camera footage looks like, what you can expect from it. So here it is. The Osmo Action is mounted on my windshield by using this windshield mount, and let me just quickly light it up a bit so you can see in more details. This is how it is, and it's going to shoot straight forward. And I'm going to give you guys an idea how the footage looks like. I've set my maximum ISO to 3200. This is the maximum ISO that you can select from the camera. Everything is in auto. The white balance is set to auto. The D-warp is set to on, and of course Rocksteady is also on. I'm recording in 4K 24 frames per second, so let's check it out. Let's drive and I'll show you some of the footage afterwards. It feels very weird to vlog on this, walking by myself in the middle of the night. It's about 11 p.m. I believe, so at least there are not so many people around, but from what I can see on the front screen, it looks very dark. At least that's the image that you will be getting straight out of the camera. Like I said, everything is set to shoot in auto. So this test is just so you can see what you can expect from the camera when you shoot in auto during the night. It's interesting, I came to this cathedral to shoot some long exposure photos with my main camera, and I also snapped a couple of photos with the Osmo Action. So I'll compare them on the screen. I think it will be very interesting to see them side by side. But it was a fun experience, and the city is definitely full of freaks at nighttime, so it's always a lot of fun to shoot during that time. On the other spectrum, here is what I'm seeing when I'm walking with the Osmo Action. The camera is pointed forwards, of course, and I'll be walking with it just a little bit so you can see how bright the image is going to become, how much noise you will see, etc. Is it something that is happening just in my city, but when it becomes nighttime, all of the racers go out there and it's like the Fast and the Furious on the streets everywhere? It's crazy. So I'm currently editing the video you're watching right now, and after examining the video, I have to say the Osmo Action is definitely not made for night footage. Of course, we already knew that, and just like the GoPro Hero 7 Black, the lack of light means that the electronic image stabilization will not work properly. So even though I was using Rocksteady, the image was shaky, it was just not good, it was grainy, it was noisy, and of course I was shooting in auto, so I let the camera do its thing, but I guess it used the highest ISO possible, which was 3200. So that means you will see a lot of noise in your shots. One thing I have to say though that I'm very happy about is the fact that the photos turned out a lot better than I expected. So like I said in the video, I went for some long exposure shots, and the long exposure shots with this Osmo Action turned out very good in my opinion. I was able to set my manual settings to ISO 100, the lowest ISO possible. I used a very long shutter speed. I experimented with shutter speeds of about 30 to 40 seconds, then I went up to 80 seconds for one of my shots. Of course, when you select a shutter speed like that, you need to use a filter as well, because all of that light that is coming through the lens will overexpose your image otherwise. So I used the ND filters from Freewell. I've already talked about them in the previous video, but they were very handy to have in a situation like this. And I was able to set a very long shutter speed so I can achieve this effect for my photo. So in terms of quality for the photos, I'm very happy with the Osmo Action. In terms of video quality, like I said, it's not good. I wouldn't recommend you to shoot during the night with the Osmo Action unless you absolutely have to and you don't have another camera, simply because of the high amount of noise and the lack of good stabilization. Anyway, I think I'm getting back home very soon because I'm almost done with my tests. So far I'm impressed with the Osmo Action, but if I plan to shoot during the night, I definitely won't count on it too much, simply because it's not so capable when it comes to shooting at night. It's not made for this, but if you shoot with it during the day, it's perfect. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.